There's nothing wrong with a good cookie.
No.
Especially one with sprinkles. It's just as always, such a good coffee. Stunning. Stunning. Make of our lives, make of our ends, one and are us. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Memory all alone in the moonlight. Morning, Money Mockingjays. It's Thursday. I have a gastroenterologist appointment. I have acupuncture. I have a voice lesson. Submitted a bunch of tapes yesterday, and I'm sick, so yeah. I do not know why I thought I should submit a singing tape when I'm sick, as you can hear in my voice. That was the deadline to do it, though, and last year I didn't submit a tape, and I just thought I'd start in beginning course, but it turned out that was a whole year for people who had never read music before, so it was just teaching you how to count rhythms, and I need something where I could actually sing, so. I have lost thread of this movie. Of the movie.
I don't think I've ever seen Boston.
Neither have I, but they always play things in the waiting room. Hi, I'm sick. On the couch. Hey, look at my cutesy little EDS Bruce. I don't get surprised when I see them because I'm used to living with them. Anyways, it's me. I made a post a few weeks ago about being afraid of the ticks coming out. And the other day I found a tick crawling on me. It had not bitten me yet. I was riding in the car, so while that thing was still crawling up me, I grabbed that little sucker fucker in between my fingers, and I opened the car door, and I was like, Mom, there's a tick on me, and she was like, okay, and I threw that thing into the grass. Sorry for anyone else who might have been bitten by it. But it was right here, so for a second I thought it was a necklace, and then I was like, oh! Legitimately, it is tick season. It is Lyme disease awareness. Be safe. You can get Lyme disease. You can get babesiosis. You can get tick-borne relapsing fever. You can get Rocky Mountain spotted fever. You can get Bartonella. There are so many different tick-borne illnesses you can get. My grandmother had Rocky Mountain spotted fever, which is deadly. And even if, hers got treated, even if you don't treat something like Lyme disease within a week, it becomes chronic. So stay safe from the ticks, everybody. There are ticks everywhere. You don't just have to live in the Northeast. My Romeo and Juliet t-shirt. There are ticks everywhere you go. Stay safe from the freaking ticks. I don't need more diseases. Stay away from me. Ticks, stay away. So I got my blood work done for GI the other day because it had been 2 whole months. Oh my God, how did I? Again, like I said, my GI didn't think I needed to have my blood work done until she checked, and it had been actually 3 whole months. It had been since February, and I got it done late May. It's currently June 1st. Anyways, like I said, more chronic anemia. Had that for a long time. I'm trying a new iron supplement. The problem is there are only like 3 vegan iron supplements. So finding one I can actually take is hard, but we might, if this doesn't work, try iron infusions, just because A, I'm a vegetarian, B, I have EDS, C, I have UC. And obviously ulcerative colitis means my body can't absorb things, and Ehlers-Danlos means easy bleeding, and UC can mean easy bleeding too. But my AST levels were also extremely low. They've been low ever since I started getting my blood work done, which is a really good sign. It shows that my body is low in fat, and my muscle mass is very defined, and that my livers and kidney are extremely healthy, like abnormally healthy. But it also shows vitamin B6 deficiency. Low AST is not something to worry about typically, but except for in patients with epilepsy and ulcerative colitis, because then it means we have a B6 deficiency. I have both. So I'm really happy. You can hear that I'm sick. While I'm really happy about, having healthy kidneys and liver and all that, why do I sound like his little friend from The Shining, red rum? Anyways, even though that indicates a super healthy liver, oh, you can tell that I am sick. Oh my God. I'm floating the idea of a B6 supplement the next time I see my nutritionist. So, this is what I don't understand. I was on bed rest for most of the weekend. How am I still sick? I mean, I know obviously I take an immune suppressant, so of course it's hard for my body to fight these things off. But obviously I can't stop my immune suppressant because, if I were to take no ulcerative colitis medication whatsoever, get no treatment for it, I'd be 6 feet under in 2 months. Because I'd have gotten septic shock. Like, if I never did any medical intervention at all. That's what happens to people who, have UC and they don't get medical treatment. Their intestine explodes, and that's not, something that I'm interested in happening. I might not like my intestine, but I would not like its contents in my bloodstream. That's something I'm even less fond of. Period starts tomorrow, which you can tell because 4 little friends. I think I'm going to do my face mask and I'm going to do some pimple patches. I'm going to take Tylenol because I always take Tylenol the day before it starts. And my salt cravings have already started, but yeah. Trick to managing your period. Take Tylenol the day before and then your cramps aren't as bad. Also, just logged back onto that app, and 200 subscribers, which I'd normally be more excited about, were I not sick and sounding like little Tommy or whatever his name is in The Shining. I like that movie. Why can I not remember his name? Is it because I haven't watched it since Halloween? Whatever. I'm gonna go wash my face. I'm gonna do a face mask. Yeah, my teeth look so weird in this lighting. I'm gonna put my retainer in. I'm gonna do some skincare. It's gonna be okay.
Another for MCAS?
Yes, for MCAS. I'm getting blood work done for MCAS. Another successful shot, my Zolar shot without needing an EpiPen. That's like number 500 where I haven't needed an EpiPen because I'm not allergic, but every single time I still have to have it with me because it could be the first time.
Well, yeah, it's better safe than sorry.
Hey guys. Do we like these pajamas? These are my favorite pajamas. I think they're so cute. Anyways, my meds are filled up. I'm on my period right now, and I will be through Sunday, but Monday I'm getting back. I'm commuting again this weekend, and then I'm coming back on Monday. Monday, my period starts again, so I gotta go ahead and fill out my birth control pack. I start mine on Mondays, so I take the little Monday sticker. I start my birth control on Mondays, of course. I always like to prep my next pack in advance because I'm someone who always likes to be prepared. You will not catch me unprepared for anything. This in here, put it in my bag. And then, was there something already in here? No, there's not. This is I Identify as Blind. It's a good book. In the past week I've gotten really into Emily Henry lately since I saw the People We Meet movie. So in the past week I've read People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, Happy Place, I Identify as Blind, and then I'm starting Dogs, Boys, and Other Things I've Cried About by Isabel Cleave. Once I finish I Identify as Blind, and then I'm going to go buy the other Emily Henry books. I don't talk about this a lot on here, but I'm a voracious reader. I read so much. It's crazy, but I love it a lot. And I'm really lucky to have access to books and everything, so I feel really grateful for that. We leave in 2 days. I've mostly already packed, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it's about that. I'm over my cold, which is good. I have acupuncture today. which is important because my thoramandibular joint disorder is kind of freaking out right now. My jaw tends to hurt when I sing because of my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I overextend, like I can open my jaw very wide. Don't make that dirty. And that means that I tend to have a lot of TMJD. My voice teacher pointed it out while she was watching my audition tapes the other day. She was like, Selby, the TMJ is happening. You've got a lot of jaw tension. And we're going to do some exercises to work on that, obviously vocally, but I'm also seeing my acupuncturist today. I'm gonna ask if she can help with that because to do pressure points for my jaw. The thing is, I'm a singer. I'm in classical vocal training, which is just the most amazing thing in the world, and I'm so lucky to be able to have that experience and to be able to take voice lessons. Having the financial means and the resources to do that is just incredible, and it's a huge honor and a huge privilege. But, you know, if I go back to regular school this year, I'm going to a special school where I can major in musical theater. I'm in training. I do all these shows. I do a lot of stuff to pursue a career as a singer-songwriter actress. And having a TMJ problem is not really something that I can afford because it's going to make singing a lot harder for me. So I really am going to need her to help me work on my jaw. Just because I need to keep my jaw healthy. That's important to me. I gotta work on that. I won't do this until maybe even a couple of days. Put this in a bag because I need a new one of these med containers because these last about 2 years, and it's been 2 years since I got another one of these, and after a while these will open and spill, and they have the last few times I've traveled. But this is a really good book. The author in the opening credits said that it was the book she needed. You can still hear a bit that I'm sick. It was the book she needed when she was younger, and it was the book that I needed to when I was younger and a chronically ill person, just not knowing how to navigate the world. And this book puts into words everything I have ever felt when dealing with my medical conditions, and it's an incredible book. And she writes in a way that's very fun, but also addresses topics that are traditionally hard to address. So I really respect this, and I respect her for writing it. I'm going to go see a show tonight. I'm seeing Hamilton, which is really, really cool, because if you guys don't know, Eliza Schuyler is my ultimate dream role. So I'm so thrilled to get to see it, and I love Hamilton a lot. So I feel really, really lucky. Toiletries have been mostly packed. I packed pads and tampons, obviously, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, skincare, shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff. I also packed my face mask, which is the Clinique Acne Cleansing Oil Control Mask, because I used that once before my period had started and once after, because I don't use clay masks too often, or any masks. I prefer the clay to the sheet masks, just because they can dry out the skin. But if I do it once before and once after my period, that's the best way to avoid super intense breakouts. Because with me, it's hard to differentiate between breakouts, and those are pimples. But when I get outside, I get tiny dots on my skin, and those are chronic idiopathic urticaria and rosacea. So it's like, I don't actually have that many pimples, but my CIU kind of flares sometimes with the summer, so it's a little difficult to differentiate. Not packing any makeup, because I just like to, unless I'm doing a show, give my skin time to rest during my menstrual cycle. Yeah, I got my blood work done yesterday. I got some more. Hold on. Can you see? They tested my tryptase levels for mast cell activation syndrome, because histamines don't stay in your body for a very long time, so instead they test tryptase. That should be back soon, after I saw my allergist. And I got my Xolair injection. We're going down on the doxepin because they're pretty sure at this point that I don't have IBS. But the last thing they can do is go up to 100 milligrams amitriptyline, which I'm also on Prozac for OCD and doxepin for CIU. So they want me to drop the doxepin or taper off of it so they can go up to 100 milligrams ami just to test and see. That's the final IBS treatment they would have. And so I went down to 1 doxepin, and if my hives get worse, I can go back up to 2, because I'm maxed out on CIU treatment. If you don't know CIU or chronic idiopathic urticaria, the hives that pop up at random reasons, just random cases, there's not one known reason for it. It's the idiopathic. And the treatment for it are over-the-counter things. So I'm on 2 Zyrtec twice daily, 2 Pepcid twice daily, which in addition to being an antacid is an antihistamine. I have Singular makes me depressed. Hydroxyzine works, but it makes me sleepy, so I drop those, and then I'm on the Doxepin. And if that doesn't work, you can do a biologic. I'm on Xolair. It's my biologic shot. But I'm on the top dose of that. You can't go any higher than what I'm on. I'm on a really high Xolair dose. And it works. It's helped my hives so much. It's painful, but it works super well. So shout out Xolair. Gotta thank you. But I switched to 1 Doxepin, and if my hives come back, I won't be able to go up all the way to 100 milligrams of amitriptyline. The problem is if I stay on the high Doxepin dose, I could get serotonin syndrome because all 3 of those can be used as SSRIs. And the only one that I'm on for SSRIs is the Prozac. I'm on that because I have really bad OCD. And I had a great therapist, and for the longest time, therapy was all I did, but it just got to a point where I could not leave my house because of my OCD, and so I had to start taking medication, which actually was the hardest thing I ever did because it felt like prior to that, having a therapist, everyone could talk to a therapist if they have the means and the resources, and I was really lucky for that. But I felt like taking medication was admitting that I had a problem. But choosing to take Prozac was the best thing I ever did for myself. Anyways, I'm gonna see how this goes. Yeah, they're pretty sure that I don't have IBS anymore. But my colonoscopy looked clear, so my ulcerative colitis isn't flaring, which is good. My teeth look weird because I just ate and I need to brush them and put my retainer back in. After 2 months of having lost my last retainer, I found it the other day. Anyways, I gotta go finish packing, tell someone you love them today, maybe have that person be yourself, sing like there's no one watching, take down trends, but always remember to peel up a mellow. We shall see if my MCAS diagnosis is complete, and if it is, I'll start Chronicles sodium. Love you guys!